We are Michael and Lisa Kunz.
From Kunz Coaching.
Yeah, and we do a lot of work with singles.
We do a lot of work with singles. We actually have a huge singles community here in Redding, California, and the truth is we love singles. And part of the reason we love singles is just 3 years ago,
we were single! So we get you. We get you. Yes. But we were it's the beginning of February, and we were getting kind of excited about, oh yeah, middle of February, we got Valentines coming up.
And we're actually doing an event coming up for newlyweds, because we've had 15 alumni get married. So we're doing a newlywed date night. That's a new thing we're doing. But one of our
we got some
messages gave us a really great idea. She clued us in that Valentine's Day might be a little painful for some of our friends.
Yeah, she called it, I haven't really ever been informed of this, but some people call Valentine's Day Singles Awareness Day. And if you get the acronym for that, it's kind of sad.
Oh, I didn't think about that before. That's true. It's sad. It could be a really sad day. But we want to encourage you. It doesn't have to be sad, because that's just the meaning that you are assigning to it.
I mean, yes, Valentine's Day has been celebrated as a day of love, a day of romance, and typically those are inside of the container of relationship, dating, engagement, or marriage.
But if you think about it, when we think about Valentine's Day, part of the reason it might be sad for some people is because you're thinking about what you're not receiving.
Yes.
Versus what you're not giving.
Yeah, and to be fair, there's a whole bunch of us. I know there were even aspects that we had to walk through where we're getting married because that other person is going to save us or fix us or add color to our life where we were dull and boring or whatever it is. And what we're finding out the more we dive into this relationship stuff is that it works because of what you put into it.
What you invest and what you give. And so we just want to encourage you, if you're not in a relationship this Valentine's Day, you still have the capacity to give and invest in other people. And really, that's where real joy comes from. And it doesn't have to be within a romantic context. You can find a lot of joy by blessing somebody else.
A matter of fact, to kind of support that, our very first class that we did ended up landing, one of the sessions landed on Valentine's Day. And there were 4 or 5 guys, and then there were a whole bunch of women.
About
there were 20 women. So it's 1 to 4. It really, sorry ladies. But one of the men said, you know what, Michael, I would love for us guys to get roses for all the ladies.
And then write encouraging words for each one, personalized, and bless them. This was not a romantic gesture. This
one guy and 3 or 4 women. So yeah, it wasn't romantic. It wasn't dating or engagement or marriage.
It was blessing somebody. So, hey, that is a really great idea for you to encourage someone else, for you to bless somebody else this Valentine's Day if you're not in a relationship. Now, if you are serious about being in a relationship, we have a suggestion for you. He's wondering what it is.
Yeah. I just sat down and...
I don't know if you heard, but I said that we've had 15 alumni get married from a class that we teach for singles in helping to prepare them for marriage and wholeheartedness. What's that, Michael?
You all should sign up for the dating discovery class coming up in March.
Yeah, it starts mid-March. Pre-ordering is already open. You can go to our website on kunzcoaching.com/courses and you can take that.
That's a good suggestion. I like that.
It's a great suggestion.
Good, solid investment.
But I want to give you, I don't want you to just think this is sales. I want you to, because what you can do this Valentine's Day is give yourself the gift of investing in you to say, hey, this is somewhere in my life I want to go. So I'm going to be intentional. I'm going to set the intention that I want to be married. I want to be in a relationship by next Valentine's Day. So I'm actually going to invest in myself by taking this class, and I'm going to do the work so that I can be completely wholehearted and attract the kind of person I want.
So what I hear you saying is that if we're intentional about relationship, we can actually increase the odds of it happening.
Well, based on results of a lot of our students, it's working. It's working.
Yes.
Think about it. We go ahead and we train for everything else in life. For the Olympics, for a career, we go to college, right?
I've heard that if you do a ton of training, the odds of you getting into the Olympics are a lot higher than if you sit on the sofa thinking about it.
Right. If you want to be a classical pianist, you got to practice, you got to train, you got to learn. It's like every other area of life, right? You have to put in the work. So,
is it that simple?
It can be. Yeah. And so we don't claim to know it all. We're not necessarily experts.
But we know something.
We do know something.
And people in our atmosphere have been getting married at a much higher rate after they've gone to the class than before.
And they're benefiting, and they're much happier. And they're overcoming fear and passivity, and they're stepping out, and they're loving themselves better. So anyway, we want to give you the gift of loving yourself more intentionally.
And I love, and when that example earlier about giving the roses out, I can tell you that the ladies in that class, there were so many that I saw tears in their eyes, that they knew that this wasn't the love of their life. They knew that he was giving a message to 4 or 5 women, but it still brought tears just to be loved and adored and appreciated and singled out for that. So listen, men, I want to challenge you. Find 3 women, find 5 women, find 10 women if you can. Or you buy roses come by the dozen. Get a dozen roses and just write a dozen messages of encouragement write one on each rose. And if you know people to give them to, do that. And if you don't, go out. Go to the grocery store. Go stand out in the parking lot. Go on a walk in your local public space.
And they don't have to be women who are your age. You could give one to a grandma. Like, it would just totally make her smile and bless her.
I can tell you that investment in other people is going to change their lives, but it's going to change your life. And ladies, you can do the exact same thing.
Yep. Well, we want to hear about your testimonies. We would love to hear how this goes for you.
You're going to challenge them?
Yes.
Oh, we just put the smack down. Yeah, you got a challenge going on? Now let us know, respond. Let us know how it works. What happens? Do they smile? Do you get anyone to cry? Are you able to change anyone's life? And tell us what happens to your life.
Yes, we want to hear what your Valentine's Day gift ends up bringing back to you.
Hey, it's a Sunday this year, right?
It is, but they could even do it on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, so you got a Sunday, man, you got a free day. Go out, bless people, love them, give love away, and find out what happens.
And if that doesn't work, give hugs.
Yes.
Bless you. We love you guys. Have an amazing Valentine's Day this year.
Yes. Would you be able to set an alarm each week for getting me flowers? And I'd be like, oh, yeah, baby, I can do that.
And to take me to lunch once a week.
Can we go somewhere other than that place down on Turn Creek? What is it called?
Wilderness?
Yeah. The hot dog place.